Yo, what's good, people? You know who it is. It's your boy Hustler88, and welcome to the show. I know it's been a minute now, but it is what it is. I'm glad I'm back on YouTube making videos, but I wonder what happened to all the subscribers. All my first subscribers that I had was G the Great and T Thizzle 88. If you're watching, I mean, what's going on? Like, y'all have been making videos in a minute. I mean, G the Great, he talks about, his problems with his computer, but I know what it is. But, people got personal lives. But anyway, let's get off topic. What I want to talk about is NBA Live 16. My thoughts and my impressions towards the game. Now, first of all, I'm going to talk about the presentation. I'm going to give you my pros and cons towards the game. Let's start up with the pros. Now, in terms of the presentations, in terms of the crowd, I have to say hands down, like they did a phenomenal job in terms of the presentation. Let's say, for example, with the presentation, I don't know the commentator name, the NBA commentator. I forgot the guy's name, but anyway, I'm not exactly which commentator it is. I don't know which one it is, but anyway, in terms of the halftime, like when they give you, because like during the halftime they give you a brief synopsis of what happened during the first quarter. They tell you that LeBron made such and such and such, he made such and such assists, and then when the goal was with the other team, it's like, wow, like the other team, they tell you about what they need to adjust. And that's what I like about 2K is that, 2K, in terms of the presentation, they bring a lot of emphasis towards the presentation. With 2K, they really need to fix that with the presentation, because I don't really see that in 2K15. I didn't really see that. Hopefully they do that in 16. 16 has been improving. Graphically, I'm not saying it's the best graphics. I'm not saying that, oh, it's an odd, like it is gonna bring you at an odd point, like you gotta buy this game. Like, no. NBA Live 16, the graphics is okay. I'm not saying it's bad, but the graphics of itself is okay. Some of the players is on point, but other than that, the players is kind of off. I think the reason why they're kind of off because their facial, like the coloration, like it doesn't look similar to them in real life. But 2K hands down like wins this because 2K has the best graphics, but in terms of the gameplay, like the gameplay is kind of off. I'm not saying NBA 2K, well 16 or 15 or the future, every game is not perfect at the end of the day, but 2K to me, like, it have some issues with the gameplay. Now with the crowd, when you make a shot, it depends on the uniqueness of the player. Let's say, for example, if Kyrie Irving make a layup, like the crowd would cheer up, like they'd go so excited, they just go bananas. But if you miss a shot, like they'll just boo. I mean, the activity towards the players, towards the crowd is like, wow, like they not standing around, they just like watching you, like pretty much as a player, they just watch the other team and then they cheer on the other team. The home crowd, they really cheer on the home team, but then with the other team, like they boo the other team. They don't want them to win. But let's go with the cons. Now, in terms of the gameplay, I would say like there's some missing parts towards it. The reason why there's missing parts because Live is just behind, because Live has been falling off since 2011, and Live, once they was falling off, 2K was ahead of them, and 2K right now is just like ahead of them big time. And 2K at this moment right now is like they have like implemented new things in terms of the pro-am, in terms of the park, in terms of the story mode. Like NBA Live 16 doesn't have that. They really need to implement that in this game. But honestly, they'll probably do it like maybe next year or probably the next year after that. But the gameplay of itself is like, it's sort of fluid, but at the same time, like sometimes, like when they make a shot, it seems like, or when they make a dunk or a layup, it seems like it's no like accuracy. It's no, say for example, the players just don't feel like, they don't have that type of energy. Like the players of itself, like when I play a game, when I play against a different opponent, like when they make a dunk, when they make a shot, I want to feel like I own the team, like I own the game, like I created the game to the point where it's like, wow, like they really made me who I am as a player. But NBA Live, you don't see that. Like you don't see the energy, you don't see that sensation. Like I really need to see that in NBA Live 16, and I didn't see that. And when they make a shot, you just don't feel nothing. It's like there's no animation. Like the animation is kind of off. Let's go with the dunk and like the passing mechanics. I mean, I feel like sometimes it's not fluid because sometimes it can be awkward. I mean, it can go out of bounds. It seems like when they make a block or a shot, it doesn't feel like realistic at all. It doesn't have that collision type of style to it, just like 2K is. Because 2K15, like when I first saw 2K15, when I first played it, it feels like there was like real collision, but in this game it doesn't have that type of collision. What I do like about the gameplay is the shooting meter. Like it gives you that precision to determine like if the player has good accuracy in terms of the shooting mechanics. Because if it's like below probably like 15 or 6, it comes to show that you're not gonna make the shot. Even though if it's high, like probably like 40%, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna make the shot. The pick and roll, what I like about Live is that, you know, the pick and roll, they implemented the pick and roll where you get to choose the player. I forgot which button to press, but I think it's L3. But anyway, you get to choose the player and then you get to determine where to pick and roll. But I hope 2K, I think I heard 2K you can actually pick and roll, and they probably implemented that as well. Overall, this game of itself is not a must buy for me because, you know, I love 2K. I love basketball, period. Like, I am a huge fan of basketball. I do play it. I don't play it like I used to in real life, but I need to go back and start playing, you know, basketball in real life. I used to play when I was small, but then I stopped. But Live of itself is not a must buy because, you know, they need to really fix the gameplay. They really need to fix what's going on. I mean, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. It's not a must buy. I think 2K for me, I'm definitely getting 2K day one. But other than that, I think it comes out on the 25th. I don't know why they release it on the September, the month of September. I don't know why, because they normally release it on October. But what's the purpose of releasing it at an early date? I mean, if they do release it, I have a bad feeling that there's going to be some problems. There's going to be glitches. There's going to be online issues. But who knows? Just tell me what you think about this video. Leave your thoughts, comments, like, subscribe, and I'm out. Deuces, peace, salute. God bless.